Hello. Can everybody hear me? Hello, hello. Welcome. Bit of an early stream today. Hello. I thought we'd play some more Blueprints, which I mentioned last time we were streaming Silent Hill. I thought I'd take a little break and play this one. If you've missed the first Blueprint stream, don't worry. We're starting fresh for reasons that I will explain. Let me see here. Got that up. Is that up? Let me know how the volume of the game is. So we have a little cutscene here. I think, well, it probably won't play until I hit new game. So Blueprints is a roguelike game, which means every run of the game is different. It'll make more sense when we go into it. It's a little unique. And it's a puzzle game. We're exploring our grandfather's abandoned mansion, basically trying to solve some very intricate puzzles. It gets deep. Now we are starting over. Let me put this here. Last time we played this, I played it on my PS5. Apparently the PS5 has some glitches. It has some problems. And one of those is, it can just delete your saves, or it'll stop saving. It's a known problem. I got to day 140 in this game, and it just stopped saving. So I was like, well, that's a problem. So, we're gonna start over. We're gonna do this entirely in stream. Gonna try and solve the puzzles with our big brains. We're gonna see how we do. I think it's gonna be fun. It's basically a mystery adventure game like your old school point and click stuff. Very similar to that, but with some modern gameplay elements. Actually, I wonder if I should... Nah, we'll probably be fine. I need to get screenshots, and I was trying to think if I needed to change the stream, but no, I can screenshot it from here. And this is, I think it's an indie game. It's made by a small team, I'm pretty sure. The music's great. Where's my... How involved do the puzzles get?
S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
So atmospheric. I love it.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon.
Oh, that was bad.
My dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right.
Mary Matthew? That's not the name from earlier.
Interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
Shit, I need a notebook!
Herbert S.
18th of March 93 is when he recorded all this. Okay, I need to write that down. Shit, I need a new notebook. Did he say 18th day of March? Man, this game, I can't believe it glitched on me. This PC is not very good. 18th of March is when the recording was made. Hello, folks joining us. We are starting this game over for reasons. Reasons which include that apparently there's a game-breaking bug on PlayStation 5, and I got to day 140 and my game stopped saving. Lost all my progress. It was very sad, but I think it was fitting because now we can play it together, and I can bring my knowledge and hopefully not seem like a total moron. We'll solve it together and discover the secrets. I got pretty far. I got into a lot of the deeper mysteries, but I did not beat the game in time. Imagine if homeownership was real. Remember, though, this is a rich old family, so it is real. Because they got money. So yeah, we're playing... Oh, geez. Mouse sensitivity. How do I... Hey, call it a day. Let's give up on day one. Graphics? Full screen, resolution. I don't think we want VSync. Doesn't that... Yeah, we don't need 120 FPS on this game. We really don't. Controls? Mouse sensitivity set to no. Set to go this way. Yeah, right there. Blueprint menu is tab. Room directory is R. Okay. Stroll. I guess that means run. What does smooth look? We're just going to turn that off. Okay, we'll try that. Hello, folks joining us. You found it on Xbox Game Pass and have been playing it since? Good! It's a good game! I mean, it's the puzzles in this game. Somebody asked how deep... Easy Bakes asked, how deep do the puzzles get? Crazy deep! Like, layer upon layer of stuff. Alright, here we go. Open in the event of my death. Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy. I hope these rooms provide you with much amusement, as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you're fully aware of my last wishes. Do not mistake my intentions as a challenge. To this challenge is a lack of confidence, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're my heir. Here are the rules. No tools or items may be brought onto the outstate from outside. None can be taken off the estate. You can't stay overnight. So basically, you start over every single day. Do not assume the runes you find today will be the same as tomorrow. It changes every day. As your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. Your grandmother. Oh, that's not his wife. That's Clara. See, I have put together some things. Your channel popped up on my recommended, and I see why. I love the vibes and the Silent Hill. Want to drop in and say whatever you're doing. I wish you nothing but success. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. A hint as to the difficulty of the puzzles in this game. There is a puzzle later where you have to figure out the nations of this world, the kind of economies they have, the kind of culture they have, and one of the hints, the goddamn stamps. The stamps! If you use a magnifying glass, it'll say stuff on the stamps and show things like boats or blimps, and that's the clue as to how you're supposed to know what type of transportation the nation of Nuance has. It's crazy. I definitely looked up some stuff. Like, I did not solve everything on my own. But this time, I'm gonna see if I can puzzle it out with as little help as possible. I mean, obviously, I have my memories of playing it before, but I'm kind of hoping I can do stuff on my own. We'll see how it goes. Alright. We're totally fresh. Hallway, closet, bed. Well, we need a hallway. Hallway's always good. I like to kind of open the doors and see what my best opening is. We don't want to cut off rooms. We'll go this way first. It's so weird playing it fresh. It's like all the things I accomplished are gone. Oh. Key. Give key. Alright, we're gonna go back this way. I like doing all the bottom row first, because the higher you go, the harder it is to open doors. I'm not crazy about the puzzles, but I like them more than the puzzle boxes and the breaker puzzle. Yeah, the breaker puzzle I kind of did okay with, but I had to look up the last bit. I was like, I do not understand. I know now how to change the buttons. I don't know what you want me to accomplish. Turns out a lot of this is kind of just random luck, because some of the answers to the puzzles arrive in letters in the mail, but you only trigger the letters in the mail by doing certain things. So it's like, some of it honestly feels so punishing. I genuinely think it's kind of designed to be a game that you have to look up. Kind of like your siren games. I think it really benefits from having community where you can go online and go, okay, gang, I'm so lost and stuck. It feels intended. It feels like part of it, like, you could power through and do it all on your own if you wanted, but also if you get, like, really frustrated, just look it up. Game audio's a little low. Well, it is also kind of repetitive. It's just, like, ambiance. It's like, oh, but we'll turn it up a little bit. Let me know if that's too loud. Alright, we got a gem. Feels so weird to be playing this on PC now. I think I prefer it, but I'm just so used to the console controls for so long. Not much audio here. Did turning it up help? Observatory. That's a good one. It's gonna be a dead end right now. We got 3 doors. We're gonna do guest bedroom, get some extra steps. Oh, and there's a letter from somebody. Right. Oh, it's the weird KL? RL? Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note. Thank you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson. I know when this letter happened. I need to... So, obviously for me, because y'all know me, I really... It's a walking sim with no narration. It kind of is, a little bit. This is the kind... Yeah, I played this game listening to Judge John Hodgman. Is basically what I did. It really does feel like that. Here, I'll turn up the audio a little more. Let me know if that's... It is very quiet, isn't it? I'm afraid I'm turning it up too loud, but I'll put it there. I'm here for the lore. There's a lot of really interesting story in this game when you find it, and I like the fact that it has to be found. That's my kind of game. And a lot of characters are mentioned very, like, Lord Evanson shows up in one of the books that can be checked out of the library, and that gives you a date of when they were here, and that tells you maybe who and when this was. The initials, I feel like that could be a really weird R or a K. And then the last one's definitely like an L, right? I don't know what the R or the K, I don't know. Anyway. Not genuinely important, just something I'm puzzling out, because I really want to do a video on this game, because I think the lore is incredible. It's really deep. There's a lot of cool story happening here that I think is timely, you know? Oh yeah, there's a note here too. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. June 15th, 1983. So Clara is his grandma. Our main character's Simon. His grandma is Clara. You find that out later when you find the family tree. This is just a note about fruit. To one of the maids, Bridget, who I think is in one of the photographs. I don't know who the other maid is, but I'm pretty sure Bridget is one of them. Oh, and that's a lie. Red memos are lies. So I don't know if that means West Wing doors are less likely. Does it mean the inverse is true? You get less locked doors in the West Wing? I don't know. Much of this game is a mystery to me. Apparently I left Discord on because I just got a boop. Nursery, closet, spare. I think we do spare room. We get some more doors. Okay. Definitely not toilet. Red rooms are bad rooms. Red rooms give you problems. But I think maybe I just go ahead and do it right now because we're not going to use our money for anything. I am going to go back and do the other small section. I almost feel like we should be playing this game with, like, a music on in the bed. Like, just a playlist. Because the music in the game is just chill vibes. What do you guys think? Ah, this room. We can actually solve this puzzle now. But it is cheating though, because part of the answer to the puzzle comes from a note you get later, but I remember it. So look at here. You see painting. This is great grand uncle Sinclair. You look at the fireplace. Oh, I see. There's a thing here. Aha! What a mystery. Yeah, we need some music. What vibes are we feeling? Now there's a safe. And the code to the safe has to do with the pictures on the wall. I remember the code. And, I'll just explain the puzzle. So there's all these people with walking steps. Later on, you get a note that explains that all the safes in the house are based on dates. Small dates. I think was like, the code is 0415, which is like the 4th of such and such. I don't know if we should... I feel like maybe we should wait. Maybe we should wait until we get the note about the letters. Alright. Do it right. No, I was gonna click the parlor, damn it, stupid mouse. Oh well. We get more steps. And we get a lucky rabbit's foot. And the Red Prince. This whole game is about how red is maybe not good. The Red Prince. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book. The red book we just read. Why is it so bad? Oh, shit. I haven't been... Yeah, pictures. Damn it. Do I really need to write all these down again? I know what the code is. Every room, most of the rooms, have pictures, and if you look at them, there's a word slightly off. So this is a mountain peak, and this is some peas. Peak and peas... You actually be peaks, I guess. So peaks and peas has one letter off. It's a K. And if you put all the letters together, you get a message. I have the message written down in my other thing. We don't really need that right now. We are so just beginning. But we'll puzzle it out later. The chess pieces I mentioned last time, I figured out what those meant too. Those are a thing. I was right. The chess pieces do mean something. Oh, well, we're out of the gems, so I guess I do this. If he hates blue, does he bathe in blood? I suppose. If he's a prince, he can. Man, there's so much I want to mention, but, like, we gotta get to it in a timely... Like, the design of the house really reflects some of the cultural stuff it's trying to reference. Alright, we're gonna end up with a dead end here, so we'll just go ahead and get some steps in. Get our steps in. Here's a picture of a family member. This is our... So, grandmother, great-uncle, great-great-grandmother. Great-great-grandmother, Lady Oravel. She appears a couple places. But I haven't found out much about her. I just know she was great-great-grandma. Greetings from Reddington. That's the capital. No, yeah, so do you want to know the secret? The secret that I figured out of how to get all the chess pieces? There's, like, which one was it? There's very, very small options, for the rooms to get for the last two annoying pieces. I think it came down to me for the office and the study were the two that I had trouble getting on one run. It's so difficult. That's the hard bit. It is. So much of this game is just luck. It's just luck. Which I guess is part of the fun of, like, a roguelike. It just feels really different since it's also so heavily puzzle-based. It's like, seriously, I know how to solve this puzzle. I just need you to give me the stuff I need. Okay, we're out of gems. I could get a wine cellar and then just run over to the den. I could... Okay, we'll do parlor, because you can get gems in a parlor. You gotta do the parlor game. There's There's great uncle. That's what he is. He's just one great. He's not so great. He's just a singular great. I didn't realize there's like a... Well, maybe that's the corner of the room. Alright, here's a note from Mr. Lowry. Great honor receiving the invitation to dine with the old hams. And I'm telling you about a game. You're playing a game about being born rich and inheriting a giant house. Of course, it's all based on luck, right? You actually find a letter from your great uncle later where he's like, when I inherited the house, it felt so unearned. I just got all this power and money for no reason, and I wanted you to have to earn it. I wanted it to feel like you earned it, or something to that effect. Like, I thought that was interesting. There's a lot of, you know, discussion of power and money in this game that's very, I would say subtle, but I don't know that it's subtle, but it's like, it's understated. So here's the game. 3 boxes. One will always display only truth. One will always display only false. Only one box has a prize. These puzzles can get really hard, because every time you win, it gets harder. The blue box is true. This box is empty. You are in the parlor. Well, that is true. And that is true. Does that mean the false one? Because they can't all be true, so that means that has to be false, which means there's stuff in it. Boom. Alright, we got gems. Oh, we gotta use a key. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with security. Why not? We'll do it. I think we actually get a... Yeah, we get a little cutscene with this. Because it's a special room. There's some secrets about this room I don't think I've solved yet. Because I got, in my other playthrough, I found some notes that say stuff like, delete this footage, and then it shows one of the screens of this room. I think something happened in that room, and we gotta figure it out. There's so much going on. I think our mother is I don't want to say, like, there's so much happening. I want to discover it with y'all. I know some folks have probably started playing this game already. It's the British anime twink. He is, yes, it's true. Well, he's only 14, which I didn't realize until I read some of the notes. I was like, wait, this is actually supposed to be a literal child? I thought it was just an anime boy, so he looks like a child. But no, he is a baby. So apparently Great Uncle really... The trouble he put on this boy's shoulders. How many of the letters have I found? In the other game, all of them. That you can find. In the other game, I was in the basement solving the Sanctum stuff when my save corrupted. Unfortunately. That's where the shit gets hard. It me! The music is really fun in this game. Okay. Blue memos are true, red memos are lies, unless they are written by hand. Thank you, game. Also, I already know the code to this computer, and we're just gonna put it in. How do I... Okay. Log in. Terminal password. Swan song. Ha-ha! You find that in a letter a long way. I'm not gonna wait and get... The letters to the mailroom are so obnoxious. It requires one specific random event happening that only happens in a specific room sometimes. And there's like 15 letters. And it's so obnoxious to get. I ain't waiting on a letter to get that clue. Staff services, I don't think we need to do anything with. Electronic mail? Can't see that here. Can we do anything? I guess we can't do anything here yet. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network except you, Simon. We're all rooting for you. That's the staff. I can do a special order. Place a special order. I would like... Right now, I don't know that really... Maybe a shovel? Nah, we'll do magnifying glass. I want one. Yeah, Phil. Can I actually walk with these? I can't turn my head, but I can walk with them. Alright, we can't really do much in here yet, but we have unlocked the thingy. Oh, there's notes over here, that's right. Staff notice! Effective the first week of December. Yeah, attendance will not... Two of the terminals can be found in security in the laboratory. Questions and concerns should be directed to House Manager Mrs. Babbage. And then the password's all knocked out, but it's Swan Song. Keycard access doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Normal doors will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So the higher you go, the harder it is. Till further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to get entry. Well, that's a red note, so the opposite is true. You need levers. And there's cot and coat. So the letter for this room is A. We're not gonna mess with all that right now. We're still finishing our first run. Bedroom or den? Boudoir. Who's Charles Babbage? I don't know that name. Alright. Christmas tree. A fun thing, if you play the game and you get this room on the date of Christmas, this is all set up in there. And you get a bunch of presents. It's cute. Somebody left their shoes out. Very messy. Let's see. Do courtyard. Why not? We're about to run out of, ability to go forward with gems. Ooh, office. Can't go in there right now anyway. I could do the breaker box, because this is a dead end. And this should... So if you go in here, you can do a couple things. You can turn off this. I should also maybe just go ahead and do this puzzle if I can remember how to do it. It took me a minute. Let's see if I remember the actual solution. I know that white has to go here. Oh boy. I don't think... I think you do blue. Nah, we'll wait till we find some notes. Or I bring my notebook up here later. And we can use my notebook. Alright. I don't have a shovel. Let me go back to security. And I think I can turn off the security door. Let's see. Where... View estate. Keycard system. Security doors. Set security level. We could do high, now that they're all going to be unlocked. Change offline mode to unlocked. And since I turned them off mode in the security box thingy, now they will be unlocked and I don't have to have a key card. Alright. I turned off the power to the doors, right? It should also turn off the gymnasium. Not that I think we're gonna... Yeah, I turned off keycard system, turn off gymnasium, and I think the rest of that's fine. Cabinet. I still haven't figured out what that is. That's a clue to something, surely. Like, why is there a cabinet that had power? I'm curious. I want to know. Curiouser and curiouser. Alright, well, 2 of those are dead ends. Oh no! We've reached a dead end! Really? Because I don't have any gems, I can't get the one door. Oh man, really? I got the oh well. We can get a mail room. I get a letter from my dad. Simon P. Jones. Hey, buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try and post this letter before we depart tomorrow so it has a chance to arrive during your first few days, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him, so do both of us a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliches when we say farewell. Later, alligator, Dad. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time playing Dirigiblocks. Cute letter from Dad. Alright, there should be... let's see here. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravain to sender, as he is no longer employed with us. Is it true he... okay, that says something to the effect of, is it true he was stealing letters? This is all part of a more the storyline with the characters. There's something going on with them. My 14-year-old is spending weeks alone camping outside a remote estate. I am truly the best father in the world. Listen. Listen. He's fine. Utility room fuse box. Indicator settings. Yeah, so this is a clue to the puzzle I was just looking at. And you can find more details on the email. We'll mess with that later. I've taken a lot of screenshots of different things in here. I need to put the screenshots on my PC so I can just look at puzzle hints and notes and stuff when I want to. Dang it, I was hoping we'd make it further on our first day. We got a friggin' dead end. Call it. Oh well, not too bad. A rustic villa. Alright. Escape. Save and continue. It's really weird starting all this over. I had so many things unlocked. I had so many improvements. And I can't even transfer them over because I don't know if you can transfer stuff from the PS5. And if the save's corrupt, I don't know if I'd want to do that. I don't know if that would mess up anything. Alas. Okay. These busts here, you actually find out who they are later. This is my ancestor, Thomas, Baron Thomas. And this is my other ancestor, my grandma's dad, William Epson. There we go. We'll do a hallway right in the middle. That's a good start. Utility box, a den. Gotta love a den. And I do want to focus over here, because if we can get the garage and turn it on, we can unlock a permanent power-up that's really helpful. Do I want a mailroom? I can get a package. The day after you get a mailroom, you get a package. Sleeping mask, coupon books, and keys from Kay Thompson. That's Kimberly. She's one of the people you read about in the place. Give me my book. And my mask, and my keys. Okay. Excuse me, couch. Let's see. Bedroom, pantry. We don't really need money right now. I haven't even gotten in the store. Are these clocks moving or are they frozen? No, they are moving. Why is the bottom bit frozen? Yeah, I'm not losing it. They're definitely moving. You see a lot of swans around the estate? That's the symbol of the Epson family, which is the grandmother's, the maternal side of the family. Okay, I can't unlock that. Well, I could, but I'd waste a key. And I don't think I need it right now. Try guest bedroom nook. Ooh. Let's do this. We need more doors. The clocks move. It's how you sell part of the shelter safe puzzle. I know there's some clocks later on that don't move, so I wasn't sure if maybe they were part of that. But yeah, I guess it would make sense not to be. There's so many things going on in this house. No, I don't need to read that again. Thank you. Alright. The gems are in this box. Gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Okay. Those two could be true, which means that can't be. Means they're not in the box? Means, Not in the white box. Not in that box. That could both be false. And that could be true. I bet you I'm getting this wrong. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. We need the pantry because we need a door. Banan. Give. Not that I'm going to use it. It's a house built to contain an elder god. Is that what's going on? You must have clearly gotten farther than I have. Did Grandpa make it all so confusing so the god could not escape? That would be a fun plot. I'm sure somebody's written that book before. I'm actually reading a book now called Evocation by S.T. Gibson. It's not like exactly... Are you kidding me? Dead end! Damn it! You really gotta be good at getting gems at early part. We're stuck. Again. Good, I got a key and a thing I can't use because we're stuck. Okay, call it a day. Evocation's about... It's like a triad romance between three, like, magical users. One's, like, part of a secret society, and one's, like, a witch from South Georgia, and one's, like, it's really neat. But they're in this big haunted house that's kind of... It reminds me of this. It's a cool story. Very unique. Right, I think since we're so early on, I need to just follow one path until it dead ends and not spread myself thin. Spreading yourself out really works later when you have lots of materials to open doors, but it may not be as useful here in the beginning. So we'll just go one way and see what we get. Den is good. The blue elder god. Yeah. He's very angry that we live in Red Town. Probably getting the mailbox room was all, like, having items is fine and good, but in the beginning you really just need doors. I probably should have just got doors. Doors. Always doors. Door. We want doors. See if I can get garage. I mean, I can't use it until we get to a way to power the garage. I think there's a couple ways. There's boiler room. There's utility room. Probably the easiest way is going to be utility room. Okay, that blocks that off. So let's just do this. That's something? Nope, just some tape. This looks like my house! Yay. So many boxes. So much moving. That's not good. I think I do this so I have more items and then go down and open some doors. Alright, come on. Lucky. Give me good room. I guess that's fine. Yeah, he's stealing my money. You can get all your money from the church back later, though. Hehehe. Always good. In my previous playthrough, I actually stole from the church and used all the money from the church to buy all the books in the bookshop. So that worked out really well for me. We'll have to do that again. Alright, we'll do kitchen, so we have a door. I don't think... I might have enough money to buy one banana. A singular banana. How much do bananas cost? 2 coin? Okay. Utility. We're not going to be able to get the garage this time, because that only shows up on the left side, so that's not... no point to that. We'll just do parlor. We'll just fail at another parlor game, because apparently my brain is mush right now. This week, I'm packing to move, preparing to go next week to Atlanta to look at houses, and preparing for the big anime convention in my hometown, which is this weekend. So, like, just the busiest time. Box is blue. This box is black. The gems are in a true box. Well, though all three can't be true, so this has to be false. The gems are in a false box, which is this one. I have to be right. This time. This time? This time I'm right. Okay, we need... Oh, you freaking... Okay, no, we do. Hallway has another door. All right. Items for sale or I feel like maybe closet. Get rid of it and get free stuff. So yeah, this week's gonna be busy. I need to finish my costume's basically done, but the sleeves came apart last time I wore it, so I need to resew them. Okay, security has a door. We'll do that. Okay, well, 2 of these are dead ends, so we have to pick the courtyard. Do I get a shovel? Yeah! Sometimes you get a shovel here. I hate that you can't keep stuff. Like, I get the idea, but I really wish you could just keep, like, 1 item. I know there's a way to do that with the drop-off room or whatever, but, like, I'd love to just always have a magnifying glass. I always want to zoom in and look at things. We'll go dining room. More doors. Commissary, boudoir. I think we have to pick the boudoir. Hello, Daniel and Pete. Welcome. Oh, yeah, we can see out here. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, my God, look. This is a statue outside. You see this statue in the church, too. It's like a guy with incense. In the classroom, you can see this guy is in, like, the parade for the new king or what have you. Like, he's related to the royal line. And this all ties into a theory I have about this. I think the whole, like, there's a big secret here, and I think it's that the castle, the former castle is under us. I think we're built on the royal I think Prince? We are Prince, maybe? We are the Blue Prince? Is this... I think that's related, maybe. He's the only dude that gets his own little, like, gazebo in our yard, and he's related to the royalty, I think. I haven't found his name or anything. I don't know what's up with him. I found the names of some of the angels, and I figured out the puzzle, one of the puzzles in the tomb. Oh, damn, that's gonna take... I think it might be a good idea, though. Need doors. Need good doors. Let's go to this one first, though. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and solve this puzzle, I think, because it's the easiest one. 8 dates solve 8 puzzles. 8 safes. That's it. And this date is Christmas, so we're gonna solve a puzzle, and it's over here. 1, 2, 2, 5. So we don't even know what the red letters are yet, but we're gonna get one. Get the... Where'd the mouse go? Mouse? There you are. Get the gem. And our first red letter. Number 4. Herbert, I was distressed to learn that you've chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me the royal court would want this embarrassment kept quiet, but I am shocked you have so little regard for your niece you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name or fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly you undermine the cause she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. Darkness is black. You learn later the former flag of this country was black. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. So this, he said, it's been 7 years since we've been to the mansion. So this happened 7 years ago. About, probably. I've got something of a timeline on my other computer, but I haven't put it all together yet. The country used to be edgier. Yeah, you're right. It's true. I got one more diamond and I could get... I don't have any money. But I do have security and utility closet, so I should probably combine that to get rid of security doors. Yeah, the dad's name is Daniel Jones. You learn more about him later. I mean, in case I get garage, but I'm probably not. There's really so much cool, like, story going on dealing with, like, politics and war and fascism, and I just really like the way this game does world building. It drip feeds you with really interesting stuff. Okay. Keycard system. System settings. We're gonna set it to high, so maybe we'll get the doors. And then change the offline load so I can just unlock all of them. There we go. Feel like the word house should be printed in blue. And the thing is, the whole blue color, I feel like this is... it's just... When you learn more about the other countries around us, none of them fly a blue flag. The only blue is the sky that flies over everyone. Unity. Anti-fascism. What would that be? Globalism? I don't know. I think it's interesting. Oh, we can see Mr. Guy again. Hi, Mr. And there's a boat for some reason. We're doing pretty okay this time. Bedroom, because it's the only one with a door. Do I have any other doors? I do not. So this is gonna end. Maybe. Unless we get real lucky. I don't know. Right now, I guess we're trying to accomplish permanent changes. And I don't know that we're going to be able to unlock any of those for a little while. So we're just stumbling around, literally in the dark. As the dark room turns off. I could go back to... Yeah, let's go back and turn that on. If you go back to the utility closet, you can turn the dark room on and make it not do that. While we're chilling here for a second, I am gonna put some music on. Because the game really, it's just, oh, like, it's just ominous music, so we're just gonna put on something more fun. Oops. Sorry, I had to move my other mouse. Are you dead again? I just frickin' bought you. How do I turn off game audio? Where do you... Okay, that's the game. Settings. I don't know that there's really a point to leaving the audio on. Because I don't think it's going to play anything super useful. So, we're just going to, yeah, we're just going to turn it off. What are we in the mood for? I feel like it should definitely be video game music, just so nobody, like, gives me a headache about it. What music we thinking? JRPG music? Playlist. Dark Souls soundtrack? Here, I want to do... See if they have this. Oh, yeah, the orchestral. Ah! How's that? That's Chrono Trigger. Is that too loud or good now? I love this soundtrack. It's so good. I feel weirdly pumped though, like so much is happening in Chrono Trigger, and it is so, more than this. The sound of Muse's brain fighting new Prince lore. Yeah, that does work. Alright, the weight room. Unfortunately, I'm gonna lose a bunch of steps, but it's better than having no doors. God, this is transporting me back. Now I'm just gonna be thinking about Chrono Trigger. It's one of the games of all time. Okay, none of this exactly helps me, and I have no money, so... And then I think this is the same note on the... Yeah, same note. That's a lie, because it's red. What are the lore implications of Daniel being incapable of walking through a gym without doing a workout? Yeah, that's sure is something. Okay, we might actually do the Rumpus Room. Even though I don't know that I necessarily need it. It might be good to re-see the secrets. The secrets. Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, so I know I just turned on music, but now we have to turn off music. Just for a second, because this is actually really cool. Pause that. This actually has sound to it that is really epic and related to game. We're gonna turn that back up. We can turn this back up. Insert coin. Hello, Alzara.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Pretty cool. I like that guy. Interesting lore implications. I know what some of that stuff means, but some of it I still haven't found. A rogue moon. So the rogue moon, if you don't know, is, you learn more about that some in the classroom. This, world has 2 moons, and one of them is called the rogue moon, and I don't know what the other one was called. I don't remember. The classrooms are so interesting. They're really hard to get, all of them, but they have so much lore. I need to get to the last one again. I've gotten screenshots of all the classrooms except for the last one. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. The Rogue Moon might also be the bad guy from Dead Space. I need to replay that and play the modern version. It's so good. View inventory. I could coat check, but I don't know. I mean, that's more useful than the terrace, because my run's about to end. I can give you my shovel, I guess, so maybe next time I can have a shovel. Okay, this is a dead end now. We got one more door, and only like 4 more steps, so it's not gonna matter anyway. Yeah, there are a lot of evil moons, aren't there? How has it happened twice that I've managed to get the utility closet security room combo and still haven't been able to get any door unlocked? Alas, we're done again. But I guess we got a shovel! Not making any progress. Dang it. This game is weirdly difficult in the beginning and in the end. In the beginning, it's like, you don't know what to do. In the end, it's like you've done so much, there's very little combination of things you need left to do. In the middle, you're just rolling with it. It's like, I finally figured it out. I got this, I got that, I get this. What are we on, day 3? As long as I can beat this game before 140 days, which was what I got to on the PlayStation. God, I still need to play Fear and Hunger. It's been mentioned to me so many times, and I keep not playing it yet. I should do that. I should also really play Chrono Trigger with y'all one day, because it's one of my favorite the games of all time. I've always meant to stream it, and it's been years since I've played it. I love it so much. It is so good. It might be the reason I'm in love with time travel narratives. It's at least part of the reason. Get the censored mod? Oh, I will have to look that up. Does it have the boobies? Does it boobity? Yeah, we can get the garage. That could be an improvement. And it also gives us some keys, which is good. And there's a note over here. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship, your absences must be accounted for. Mrs. Babbage. You learn later he was up to some tricks. Not like the worst tricks, but like some tricks. Also, he doesn't get a last name. Like so many of the characters, you learn the full names. I've never found his last name. What, is he just Christoph? Oh, okay. Ooh, if I get the breaker, that's worth it. Let's do it. We can get a permanent upgrade with this. Go ahead and turn that off. Go ahead and turn that off. Turn that on. He sold his last name to the blueprints. Alright, we open the garage. We go down here. Oh, that's the oak trees. Okay, so you can actually get out and see them. Grandpa mentions a big oak tree in one of his notes. Can I do anything over here yet? Maybe I can. I can! So now we get an extra room outside that gives special stuff. Give. I'm a tree noob, would not know that's an oak tree. I just know because he mentioned, like, big oak tree, like it's fancy. And that's, like, the fanciest tree in the yard. And these are definitely meant to be pines. Like, pines are always made to look like that. I live in the land of the pine. Though, actually, my city's called the City of Oaks, so... maybe I should know oaks better. There we go. Now we can use that door and get extra room every time. So we've made a permanent change! Yay! Now I'm just gonna go this way. Accomplishment made. So that's a dead end. Go that way, we get another door. Which song is this? Battle? Just battle? Battle theme. Okay. Yeah. We were fighting in the forest. That's why that music was playing. This is the middle box. Well, that's not true. The gems are in the middle box. This is the... Well, there you go. Do, 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 do. Okay. Let's see. Do that one. We get 2 doors. Do, 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 do. I think... that cuts us off. That also cuts us off. And that also cuts... Like, no matter what, this is a dead end, so I think maybe getting items is better. Oh, well, I didn't... Running shoes isn't my favorite. But I'll take it. Occasionally save feet when traveling longer distances. Not that helpful. I would have preferred a key card. I think I'm gonna save my gems because I don't have many left. Items? No. Security. Always need security to turn off the doors so you can just open them. Move that back. Alright, there we go. I wish I could just walk in here and have it be set permanently to what I want. I have to do it every time. Okay, we'll go this way first. Is there a reason to go in the archives yet? I don't think so. I don't know that I want a dead end yet. So, corridor. Do this one. Ooh, that's good. We'll come back. Let's go this way. Dark room, okay. I mean, it's decent. It's a chance to get a door. Or I could, well, I only have 30 steps left, and that's a long way back, so maybe not that. We will just take our chances. What'd we get? A church. That's not horrible. It has doors. And I don't have any money to take. Haha. Door is locked. I have 4 keys. Pantry goes up. I think it's always best to focus on doors, because that gives you options, alternatives. Wow, our first music room! We don't have the things, so we can't. Alas. But that's okay. We'll go in the boudoir. We'll get a thingy. Merry Christmas. Man, for someplace being cleaned up by maids, why you got pillows on the floor? Seems messy. Okay, billiard room. We could get a puzzle and a door. We don't really need food. Well... I'm gonna save my gems. I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be cautious. We haven't been in here yet. I don't think. Who knows? My playthroughs of this game are going to blur together. We got puzzle over here. It's a math puzzle, which I hate. But it shouldn't be too hard this time, I don't think. So it starts... You find a thing later in the classroom, I think, that explains this, but it's like the colors indicate whether you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, and the steps are like you start in the middle and go out. So this one's just 2 blue. Blue is adding. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then first 18 minus 10 is 8. Yellow's minus. 19 minus 15 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't judge me. I'm dyscalculic. 4 times 2 is 8. How many times do you have to do this? I don't remember doing it this many. 15 minus 3 is 2 times 3 is 6. Give me my damn key. Thank you. Yeah, and then they had, like, square number. Ah, man, I had trouble with that. I figured it out, I kind of think. Well, that's a dead end. We don't want that right now. That gives us at least 1 door. Yeah, we'll do that. It's not like we've gotten really a lot of garden rooms to dig in anyway. Dead end, a dead end, or a dead end. Would we like a dead end? I think maybe kitchen, because then I can get some food. And walk back over to there. Not that this run's gonna last much longer. But we did accomplish garage, and that means something. I have no money, so it didn't matter. Why do I keep not paying attention to how much money I have? Well, now I have 4 money. Okay, I can buy a food. I can buy a single banana. Oh, I do have a reroll, don't I? That's okay, I have another door. And since I have a coupon book, I get to buy twice as many bananas. I've almost bought them out of bananas. Alright, we go this way. If you notice, you'll see this pattern everywhere. The 1 circle, the half circle, the half circle. It is the symbol of Cinca Corporation, which is the corporation that Grand Uncle owns. It is also the shape of the holly berry, which is the symbol of the family. And you find this symbol on a couple of different things. The 3 circles are the family symbol. This symbol is a sword, and the sword is also something that shows up later. The corporation for Final Fantasy. Cinca? Is that from a Final Fantasy? I don't know. I haven't played them all. Basically 7, 10, and 12, if you want to know my expertise. Alright, we gotta get back to the security, I think? Where am I? Okay, dark room corridor security. Okay. Okay, that's a dead end now, so we gotta go... Oh, money. Got 5 keys, that's not bad. Okay. Gymnasium takes 2 steps, but it'll give us our step forward. And I think I keep my redraw until I'm really literally in a dead end where I can't go anywhere. I can oh yeah, and I turned off gymnasium, so we save our steps. Okay. Those are both bad! But we can get this. Yeah, that's 2 doors. Final Fantasy IX's your favorite? That's a good one. The anniversary's this year, I think. They're coming out with a lot of new items and merch for it. They're coming out with plushies of Vincent and of Sid from 7, and I love them, and I have to have them, but they don't come out for like a year. I'm not gonna pre-order plushies, that's silly. And also, hopefully I will be moved by January of next year, so I'm not pre-ordering an item that won't even go to my proper address. Who knows what'll happen by then with all the craziness. But I really want them. I want them so bad. I actually have a friend living in Japan. If it comes to it, I may just call and be like, hey, buddy! I know, Rebirth. I think Rebirth's gonna be my reward to myself when the move is done. When we've moved into my new place, Rebirth, first thing. That's gonna be my reward. That's what's pushing me to make it through all the packing. I do regret that, like, I took off so much time for the surgery, and now it feels like I'm taking time off again, but it's gonna be a good thing. You know, long term, it could be good for the family, it'll be good for my work, because I won't be the only person around to take care of my mom and take her to doctor's appointments, or to go out. Like, she'll have other family to rely on, so I'll have more free time to work. I'm gonna have a better office, and it's gonna be, like, a better, like, it's gonna be so good. So even though I'm not really doing videos as much right now, it's a long-term investment. We go next Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, to see family in Atlanta and look at houses. I'm really hoping it works out so we can move super quick. I think I re-roll now because I kind of want to see how far we can go this time. Well, that's a risk, but oh well, I have no choice. We'll do that next. You have to use keys in every door of the Great Hall, which kind of stinks. Alright, we don't want to freeze the accounts. That's not worth it. We'll go to the maid's room. So I think... I don't know if this is supposed to be Mrs. Babbage's room or if it's supposed to be Bridget's room. Because why would Miss Babbage write a note to herself and leave it in her own room? So maybe this is Bridget's room. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. The following instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. We come over here. There's a statue of Mila, who is the maid with the broom. And this statue vanishes later. Later on in the game, items start disappearing. And I don't know where they go. But I know this vanishes, and a photo in the office vanishes. I don't know why. I don't know who's doing it, but someone's in this house besides us. And this, I think, is the family. One of them, I think, is Bridget. I think that's supposed to be Mrs. Babbage, and that's supposed to be the butler... What's-his-face? Maybe that's the chauffeur. He looks like a chauffeur, so that's, Christophe. I'm guessing maybe some gardener. One of these is probably Randolph Moore, the guy that, like, does the research stuff. One of these has got to be the gardener guy. You could probably figure... I bet you he could be lab coat research guy, so that could be more. We'll figure it out. I don't know that there's anything else in here. There's another picture of some maids where one of them has a hat like this. And then there's another hat like this in a room with a note from Bridget. I think this is Bridget's room. Yeah. Whatever this religion is, they've turned all their angels into working staff. Fascism. What is fascism like? It always pushes society back towards real jobs. We're all going to become farmers. We're all going to become servants. Because what does that do? That encourages people to be subservient to the power that be. You know, it takes them away from jobs that have critical thinking and more power and more money and more influence. And I think that's kind of tied into... I don't think these are the original gods of this culture. I think maybe there are, because they mention 8 angels, so it's probably tied into it, but I don't think they're exactly the same. I think the association with the working class, I think, is a fascism thing, and has to do with the color red and the red prince and all that. I'm really leaning towards that interpretation. And the 8th angel is, damn it, we're gonna get a dead end. Draxus of Death. You find him in the tomb, and there's some notes about him laying around. Today is a good day, because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. So, Simon is the one writing. He writes in red, and he's the Red Prince. Herbie's his older brother, who is, like, much older. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop reading about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book. Even though he is older, he is a crybaby. Today is a good day because my brother returns from college and I finally get to return to him the book I took a long time ago. Hopefully we will find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would have rather had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. So if he's 14, his brother was in college. So that's a good... Finished college, that's like 4 years. So he's like 22. Probably 22, 23. He's a good 8 years older. You also learn later this room has been the children's room for years. So this was the elder Herbert and the elder Simon's rooms. Simon's grandfather is also named Simon. So there are two pairs of boys named Herbert and Simon. There's the main character and his brother, and his grandfather and his great uncle are both the brother siblings. And of course, Camp Colonel, military, wonder about that. Also, our little friend, who apparently has been living in here, I don't know. There's some clues over here as well that I don't know how well you can see. Yeah, turtles of Vera is a clue for one of the puzzles later, that you have to know which country has turtles. Trinsdale Mystery. Yeah, that's like crazy to me. Like, this VHS is a clue. How would you know that? Like, I had to look it up. I was like, what the hell is with the turtles? It's a freaking VHS in one bedroom. It's crazy the amount of detail in this game. It's really neat, and I would be very bad at it without help. Do we have one more door? Yes, we have the Great Hall. Alright, we only have 3 keys, though. I know this one's gonna work. Why does the gerbil get to live in the house, but you have to stay in a tent outside? That's true. And yes, aristocrats are unimaginative when it comes to names. It is true. Archive gives me a lot of doors to mess with. I think we do it. This run's gonna be over anyway. Though the medical tech, that will tell us which doors have stuff behind them. This door should be a real door. Let's try it. Boom. So now we get one more door. Oh, okay. We'll do a mailroom. We're at the end, anyway, of this run, and the mailroom will give us some supplies for our next run. Yeah, this feels like a mystery meant to be cracked by a community. I agree. I think the level of detail just leans that direction. I agree. I think it's cool. There's too much going on for one person to solve. I genuinely think it's impossible. August 22nd, 85. Marigold wins High Herald Literary Honor. Apparently this is a boss fight. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday her picture book Swimbird was chosen as the Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. Second time winning the honor. The previous medal was of course for her debut effort, which was the Prince book. No stranger to the public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold to free her from the political associations of the Sinclair family. So that also confirms for us that by the year 85, everybody else in this family except for Mary and Mary's husband and children and the uncle, everybody else is dead, unfortunately. January 27, 86. Swinburne author never considered herself success. My son was the one that got me to start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, so we ran out of books we owned. My imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group have come forth to officially take responsibility, it's widely believed to be the work of the Children of Blackwater. Bit of crossover. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors, maintaining the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of unfortunate happenstance. This is not the first time this house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy. Manning and White at a press function. I think that's Mr. White. I could be wrong. Later, local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance himself from the publisher. What does dossier mean? That's like I don't know how to define that. I know what it is, but I'm having trouble, defining it. It's like a manifest? A file containing detailed records on a particular person or subject. Okay. Did I just hear thunder? I did. Oh boy. Okay. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under, waved down a local. This is the third major last year. Anticipated, charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. Trial begins on Tuesday. Expected to last up to with grand treason. So our friend Manning is probably in jail. No traces discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver could not be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's out of character. At this point, we are seeking information. It's funny, the music playing right now is from the courtroom scene in Chrono Trigger. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fenares have broken into the Crown's fabled clothes exhibits. The lavish rooms have historically been reserved for the use of aristocracy and high peerage. Access has never been granted to those outside noble circles. Not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds looking for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, burglars had vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to its historic value. If the rumors are true, the evidence may suggest the theft was politically motivated. And remember, I was saying earlier, this game's about a prince, maybe related to royal bloodline, and what was stolen was a crown of rubies. That's all we get right now. Last key. Maybe I should freeze my accounts and just use them for the next time. I think so. We're at our end. We're not going to accomplish anything this run. Probably not going to be able to unlock that. Nope. Yep, that's our dead end. Well, we have actually one room I can open down at the bottom. The den. It's not going to matter, I don't think. Did I open the coat check? I did. I need to put something in the coat check, so let's go do that. Has anybody in the chat actually played Chrono Trigger? Anybody else? Any other old folks in the chat? Money. Oh, I can't pick it up because I'm frozen. Oh well. What would be better to put away right now? I feel like the shovel's more useful in the beginning. You really can't use the sledgehammer for too much useful stuff until later. And I guess I have the steps. I can go back and look at the beginning. Metal detector? Is there a key in here, or is it just money? What are you detecting? Oh, the car keys. That's actually cool. We have the garage. Let's see if we can make it. And we have the dining room. I think I can use the dining room. We can actually accomplish something this round. Damn it, where's the dining room? This is a very convoluted map. Okay, I've made this run very weird. Dining room. Pantry. Boudoir. Dining room. There we go. Now we can eat our quail, which will give us more steps. Have dinner. Okay, that'll give us more steps, and we can make it to the garage. I need to go down. Jeez, okay. Why do you always put that there, YouTube? That's dumb of you. Sorry, one second. See, seriously, YouTube likes this idea where it puts top chat. Basically, it means it only shows you membership chat. I want all chat. Why would you block? I hate you, YouTube. It's because I accidentally refreshed the page and it changed it back. I played it, but it's one of the many RPGs I never fully finished. Katsuki played it years ago. It's so good. I will stream it one day, because it's like one of my favorite games of all time. It's really good. It's also one of the classic games that lets you recruit the bad guy if you do things right, and I love the bad guy in that game. Okay. You know me, I love a good recruit Sephiroth kind of game. Dang, it is really thundering out there. Alright. Or someone's revving their engine a lot. Also possible. The neighbor has a... what do you call it? Truck that's very, very loud. Oh, wine cellar. I can't pick up any gems because my stuff is frozen. Oh well. Legend of Dragoon! Ooh, I need to try that. It's on the PlayStation Plus whatever thing that I currently have subscribed to, so I may try it while I have that. We got an upgrade disc. That's an accomplishment. And we did the open garage thing. We've had a good run! We've accomplished 2 permanent changes. There's a chest in the den. Where's... Not that I can pick up anything, but maybe it'll have a key in it. Nope. None of this matters. My run's about to end. We'll go put the thing into the computer. Okay. Hello, Lola. Oh, Thunderin and Lola's come to hide with us. I'm sorry, baby. I know you don't like the thunder. She likes to hide under my bed when there's thunder. I just realized there's hollies on the drawers. Hi, baby. It's okay. Are you shivering? It's okay, baby. Alright, let's put the thing in. Ooh, storeroom upgrade. That's pretty good. Now we get to enhance the room. Do we want more keys, more gems, or not more money? More money, I feel like, is not a good idea. You get more money in a lot of different ways. I feel like keys is the best one. It can be really annoying to get keys. But you can use gems to get rooms that have keys. Maybe I go more gems? This music playing for this... I just don't know! What theme is this? Ah, it's Lavos. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with gems, I think. I feel like keys or gems are valid choices, but maybe we'll go gems this time. I did keys last time. Alright, not a bad run. Let's go. How long have we been playing? I can afford to keep playing. Well, that's interesting. I've never gotten the red banquet hall. Because we had 5 different cooking or eating rooms and 5 red rooms. Interesting. I'm just making myself want to play Chrono Trigger. This is the curse of soundtracks. You just listen to your favorite soundtracks and it's like, I should play this same game again. Why play new game when I could play same game? I've also forgotten to go outside and do my outside room. Let's do that before we forget again. Okay. Root cellar! We have a shovel, so that would be good. In the root cellar, you get to learn more about my family! So Simon H. Sinclair is granddad, and Clara Epson is grandmom. And that's our mom. We already saw her face. On that side of the family are the Epsons. Lord and Lady. Ashlyn, I think, might be a commoner. There's this, like, connection to her side of the family to this culture that's south of us. And she speaks another language. She has different cultural symbols in her room. I think it's, like, maybe implied that she is related to that culture. Definitely related to that. And I think maybe her mom is a little lower class. Like, when you compare to how great-grandma looks over here, she's very coiffed. She looks really fancy. She's got a lot of fancy jewels. You see a bigger picture of her later. And Mama on this side doesn't. I don't know. It could just be interpretation. But you see more pictures of them later in the house. And then that's great-granduncle. For some reason, Mr. Thomas always looks a little concerned. He has very wide eyes. And of course, the symbol for the Sinclairs is the hollies, the three-berry shape. And then theirs is the, like, spades with this one. And there's actually more people that should be on this tree, but there's not as much info about them. There's like a cousin, and I think another brother. There's another ancestor that shows up later. Edwin, I think was his name. Alrighty. Nook is good. Get some key. Get key. Security. Gotta get the security. Gotta turn off the security. I just hit escape? No. There we go. Alright. We'll go over here. West Wing Hall is good. Have we listened to all the music? I don't think that's it. Yeah, this is a corner. Good place for a storeroom. Dang it, there's digging spots everywhere and I don't have my freaking shovel yet. Everywhere! Digging spots! I need my shovel! Let's see. I think I want more doors. I don't want to pick up my package yet. Box contains the gems. This box is the black box. That's obviously a lie. That's obviously a lie. So this has to be the truth. The blue box contains the gems. Later, there's an upgrade for this room, where you can get 2 of the, turny key things, so you have 2 chances to get it right. And you really need that upgrade, because these puzzles get wild. They get absolutely impossible. I think we go observatory? I think I do. We haven't gotten this room yet. That's all the stars. We don't need to look at that. This basically just gives you bonuses in the form of stars. That's right, first I have to solve it. Gotta turn this thing... Well, I turned it the wrong way. We'll just keep going the wrong way. We'll just look very closely at the wood texture of our house. That's what that thing's for, right? Oh, I can't turn it any further that way. Oh, right, I do. I have to turn it that way to... How do I... I think I need to turn it one more. And I think I need to go up there. Can I turn this side from up there? Okay, that turns it down. Ooh, can I open that now? Can I open that now? I know about a secret that's in here. Can I open it? This is the benefit of having played the game twice. Nope, nope, other way, other way. I want to see if I can open the secret. Is it gonna let me open the secret? I mean, I clearly noticed secret compartment. First time playing this, I did not notice secret compartment at all. But you find I think a letter about it later. Secret compartment! Secret! You found a secret floor plan. I will add the planetarium. Awesome. I don't think I can do anything else now. Can I turn this? Yeah, so now we aim that upward and turn it the other way. Yeah, there's 8 secret rooms to find. The number 8 is huge in this game. Hello! Has anything really happened during the beginning of the stream? Boy, that was slow. Yeah, very slow game. It's solving puzzles and getting lucky. We've opened the garage and accessed the outer room, and now we've obtained a secret thing in the observatory, and I still need to turn the thing up. Yeah, this is a very slow-paced game. Part of why I'm just playing it during the week. Probably do more Silent Hill on weekends when there's a bigger crowd. There, that should do it. Though this weekend I will probably be too busy. We'll have to see how much free time I have. I'm so excited for the convention. It's gonna be so much fun. There we go. Yeah, this isn't everybody's game. I wasn't sure it would be my game, which is why I watched somebody stream it first. But I've really gotten into it. It's neat. I may actually try more puzzle games. It's like growing up, I was really bad at stuff like Myst and Riven, and so it's always just been this kind of like block in my mind, like you don't play those games, but we're in a new world now. I can Google the answers. I should be playing these games more. I don't know that I want to spend all the gems on the passageway. I think I go ahead and just keep going this way. And maybe just do this. Oh yeah, I'll take your coins. This music, though! Everything's so intense! Okay, courtyard might be good here. I still haven't gotten my shovel. Ooh, but I got a sledge. I'll take a sledge. Dang it, I'm not going to use the key on that. I think I need to go back and get some more items, or else we're not going to be able to progress. Neat. Remind me of the Broken Sword saga, but being difficult and slow is part of the experience. Yeah, for sure. We're definitely cheating a little bit by coming back and playing it after I've played, like, 80 hours of this game on my own. But I think that's fair, too. Lorelei is an interesting one story and style-wise. The puzzles are guided all the time. Yeah. We may have to try some. I have there was something. I don't know actually if it's a puzzle game. Phantasmagoria, that's an older PC point-and-click game. I don't know if it's puzzle or not, but I've had it for a while and been meaning to play it. I got one door. I think we go ahead and take the items. Maybe it'll give me some keys I can use. Alright. I like how everything looks drawn, you know? If you look closely enough, it quite literally looks like somebody drew everything in the game. And here's the dude I was talking about, Mr. Incense Guy that's in the backyard. There's 4, like, saint-looking people, maybe? There's 2 women, I think. There's another statue of this lady in the basement. And then there's these 2, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else. Looks like a woman with a crown that's praying. And then, like, an older bishop guy. The angels are part of a puzzle in the basement, or tombs. The numbers, you can pull the statue arms. The numbers are the order you pull them in. But there's also, I think, a second way to do it that gives you a different puzzle. I don't know. Haven't solved everything in the tombs yet. Hey, Steam Cyber. I think we'll go corridor. Stretch this out a little bit. The laboratory! That's a good one! I don't think we've done it yet. Okami's another game I need to play that I've owned for a million years. In the laboratory, you can do experiments. And the biggest important experiment is fucking getting letters. Damn it. The only way to get letters in the mailroom is to do an experiment that gives you them. But we could immediately spread dirt on the driveway. That's so useful. Let's spread some dirt. It just lets you dig more holes, and it doesn't stay. But there is a room later called the conference room, and whenever you spread items through the house, the conference room lets you put all of them there. So if you want to get more keys, but you don't want to have to go searching for them, if you have a conference room drawn, that's really convenient. It'll put all the keys in the same place. Somebody online found out if you do the spread dirt experiment and you have a conference room, it just covers the room in dirt. It's really funny. I really like it. Alright, we're gonna just add 3 aquariums. I want letters. I don't need other things. And I don't know that we can do this until we get the boiler room set up, so... But there is a letter over here from Kimberly. I typically work over at Synca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way doors work. I love that sentence. I was briefed on the way doors work. But I must admit, I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Kimberly Thompson. She's the one that sends you all the packages in the mailroom. Aquarium! Do I want that right now? Probably more useful to get a den. Yeah, the music we're playing right now is all the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, because I love that game. We could do a library. That's a dead end, though. That's also a dead end, though, so we're gonna go closet. Get some items, maybe. Okay, if I do that, that's a dead end. Do that. I don't want to redraw yet until we're at the very end. I do have 5 coins. Not that that's going to buy me much of nothing. Could we buy 1 item? Maybe we... Ooh, you could buy an upgrade disc here. You could buy 2 of them? I wonder. I have 13... There's 15 total upgrade discs, and I have 13 of them unlocked on my PlayStation save. I wonder if the last 2 are just bought here. Ah, it's funny. Well, that's a dead end. That's not a dead end. So we'll do that. And get a gem. Okay. I don't think there's anything else usually in the library. Upstairs is kind of bonus stuff. Tunda Aquarium Workshop. Aquarium gives us lots of doors. Hi, fishies! So last time we played this, I drained the aquarium and there was some stuff we found written on the bottom. That is actually a clue. It's a hint that there are spaces to dig in certain, like, out in the patio. There's a place to dig under the thing there. And in the laundry room. And if you do that, you get keys that unlock doors in the archives. Drawers, I mean. Drawers in the archives. So that is a thing that we need to do that I've still not done in my other playthrough. This game has way too much shit to do. Okay, that's the only way we can go forward. See what this door gives us. I could really use my shovel. There's so many dig spots everywhere. Just use a normal key or a special key? What do we got? Silver key? Let's just use a normal one. I guess I should have used my lock pit first, but oh well. Get a patio. Spread gems in the courtyard. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It would be right here, but it has to randomly pop up. You have to get lucky. So you've got to get the root house or whatever that gives you extra dig spots and hope it just appears in the right spot in the patio, and then maybe you get the right key. Everything is so random in this game. It's a little frustrating when you get very close and you're like, but I just want to see the stuff. I just want to see it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this guy because we're getting close here. Turn that off. Turn that off. Okay. We're running out of steps, too. Yeah, they are frustrating like that. I don't play them a lot, so this is a new frustration for me. I think Hades is the only other game I've put a lot of hours in that qualifies as a roguelike. It's not normally my thing, I don't really think. Alright, we'll keep going for now. But I have a feeling... Ooh, that's good. We need food. Or we will need food soon. We're not quite at the right level to unlock the food on the table. I think you gotta get to level 8. Alright, my lockpick worked. Hallway is best bet. I'm hoping, honestly, that this game has some, maybe, some, mods or something. I just want a mod that gives me a magnifying glass all the time. I just want permanent magnifying glass so I can look at everything closely. I also love that the basketballs say hoople. I don't know what hoople is, but it's here. Okay, looks like we're getting close to the end. Aquarium, Mage Chamber is going to be a dead end, and we don't want to find less items. If I redraw, I don't think I want to do that. Withering Rooms is one I've heard about. Technically a roguelite, but less randomized? I've been meaning to check that one out. I watched a stream of it, and it was kind of like Clock Tower, but 2D? 3D? 3D, 2D? Like, it was sideways, but everything was 3D. Can I not click on? There we go. Lockpick. It's one of those that's on my list. My ever-growing list. I think after this and Silent Hill 2 Remake, I guess probably it'll be Final Fantasy. And then we'll go back to horror. 1 plus 4 plus 2 is 7. 12 plus 4 is 16. Minus 11 is 5. Oh geez. 10 minus 4 is 6. Times 3 is 18. 20. It's Welsh! Ooh, I didn't know that. 20 minus 14 is 6. Times 3 is 12. Oh, what? What did I do wrong? God damn it. I'm gonna show my stupid math brain. Hey, that was 7. That one was 6. It was 5? Okay. 10. I got this one right? Minus 4 times 3 was 16? No. 10 minus 4 is 6. Times 3 is 18. 20 minus 14 is 6. Times 3 is 18. Okay. There we go. More keys. I really don't understand the Chamber of Mirrors, and I'm kind of afraid of it. We're getting low on steps. I feel like using a gem for a dead-end room is a bad idea, though, so maybe I just do bedrooms. Maybe they'll give me food. Yay, banan! Eat banan. I'm glad you're still alive, little guy. I don't know how, but you're alive. Maybe the other person sneaking around the mansion's keeping you fed. Alright, I gotta go back to the security. No, wait. Did I already do security and turn off this door? Yes, I did. Good. Past me. Alright. We're getting to the bad stuff. I don't want to use a dead end yet. I'm out of... I gotta do this one, I think. And then if I get stuck, I have to go back to Courtyard. How far away is the utility closet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of steps. We're gonna just have to take a roll and hope. I could use my special key, and it might give me a good room. Oh, that's not a good room. That's a bad room. That's a punishment room. I mean, I guess it has a lot of doors. Dang it. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know what I'm even going for this run at this point. I'm so overwhelmed with how much there is to try and do. I guess we're trying to get to the antechamber. And we gotta get the foundation, which is just random roll good. Get lucky. Are you kidding? Talk about not get lucky. Jeez, it just took more steps. I'm never gonna make it back to the courtyard now. Call it a day in a planetarium. You get 2. That might be good, because we're about to have to call it a day. I can get back to the dining room 1, 2, 3, 4 and get more steps and go to courtyard. So maybe I do try and keep going. I'm gonna get steps in here. Yeah. All right. We can work with this. We already read that note. The guest room is very seafaring. I wonder if that's to imply it's from the, like, visitors from the ocean. 'Cause there's a couple of ocean nations. Islands. Alright. I guess I have enough steps now to try and open these doors. Just go with the archive plan, see what we get. It's a toilet. Great, thanks. It's a toilet. Man. I don't want to use my gems. Conference room. What do we got? What do we got? Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. This is a red memo, so it's a lie. But safe code 9083. 9083 shows up in the opening credits on the notes for Cinca for some reason. I wonder if that number is gonna be important, but I don't know what for. Walk-in closet, planetarium. Well, those are both dead ends. So we'll just take a risk. And we'll get a boudoir, which is also a dead end. We got really high up, though. That is not bad. And courtyard's still open, so let's try and get back down to the dining room, see if we can't go a little further. I think I go this way. And then down and to the right. Pizza! My kind. Vegetarian with mushroom? Oh no, I guess those are probably pepperonis. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 steps to get to the courtyard. Wow, okay. We may not be getting much further at all. Okay, let's make sure I don't screw this up. I think then we go down this way. Library to commissary to den. I have a little money. What do I need? I have 9. I have enough to buy 1 gem. I mean, sure. We're about to end the run anyway. May as well buy what I can buy. Alright, the den to the lab to the corridor. Hawaiian pizza? Ugh, not my favorite. At least not with... I don't eat pizza with meat much. Let's see, do I want to go... Nook to security. I usually get mushrooms and black olives. That's my go-to. Shame I wasn't able to get the frickin' shovel this time. We have so many dig spots. Alright, 11. We get 2 more. Now we're back here. We get a gem. And now I have lots of things to unlock doors. Ooh. We want the drafting studio. That gives us a permanent new room. This is permanent upgrade. Okay. These suck. These are not good options. The dovecoat's okay. It lets you turn rooms. That one can give you items and some steps. That's not... This is a bad one. This is bad. I'm not good at this one. I think it's a dovecoat or a dormitory. I'm gonna go dorm, I think. Because at least it almost always gives you some kind of an item on the desk, or it's very common. And it does give you steps. Okay, this is a safe, but we can't get it because we don't have a magnifying glass. And the code to the safe is this. This is the code. We'll have to come back. I think there might be something over here, too. The Great Hall plan for Wednesday, November 11th. So this is what those secret doors look like. Next time we get it, you should avoid the middle, it looks like. Drafting. And this is just details. We're not going to read this whole thing. But it's details about what the different types of rooms do and what they can get. Don't think there's anything... Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go aquarium, because that'll give us 2 more doors. Gem. We're doing so good on this run for accomplishing nothing. Like, we're going so far and getting so little. Workshop. I feel like the planetarium might be good, because at least when we end this day, we get a bonus. Alright, we'll come back to that. Garage is a dead end. Maid is a dead end. So we've gotta... I think we redraw. Pool! Yeah! I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it this turn. I don't think. Woof. What you woofing at, puppy? Locker room. I don't think that's gonna be useful. Because the conference room is on the other side of the house. I'm never gonna be able to get to all those keys. I think we just try an archive plan. I mean, this is the end of our run. It ain't gonna matter. Hey, that's really good! Now, next day, we get a sauna. That means we get more steps tomorrow. This is actually pretty awesome. And we get more of stars. If we end our time in here. The planetarium. See, it's got... this world, this universe has 5 planets and 2 moons, I think. And this is a list of all the different things you can get. The different constellations. And if you get to 50, new stuff shows up. Those are like benefits you get. Alright, we'll end the day. And that'll give us 2 more stars. Call it. Let's see, how long we've been going? Maybe one more run? One more run? We like got a lot that time. We got through many doors. I mean, we didn't make any... We made 1 permanent change? We got a new room. Yeah, I don't think that's so bad. Slow and steady. I might go do the outside... If I can remember what that code was. Yeah, I know how to get the code to the apple door. To the orchard. I need a magnifying glass because I can't remember the code off the top of my head. Alright, this time, because of the sauna, we get 20 more steps. So this round, we should maybe do okay. Alright, what we get? Shelter protects you from negative effects of red rooms. That's a pretty good one. And there's stuff in there we gotta get. We gotta do the safe. Today is day 6. So 7th is the first day. You see it on the calendar in that one room. It says day 1 is the 7th. So day 2 is the 8th. Day 3 is the 9th. Day 4 is the 10th. Day 5 is the 11th. Today is the 12th. So there is a code, a safe in here that only opens when you set a specific time and day. So we want it to be the 12th. Not January, it's And we want it to be at like 1 p.m. The radiation monitor, if you do experiments in there, when this thing is set up, and you get the like enough experiments successfully done, the radiation can rise, and that can make all the doors unlock. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. So somebody was hiding down here. 3 somebodies. Alright, let's go. 7 plus current day is -1? Oh, I see what you're saying. So wait, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... Yeah, I did it right. Okay. It took me a while to get that right the first time. I just kept having trouble figuring out what day it was. I think we've done it right this time. Hallway. Parlor. Get some gems. Okay. Gems are in the white box. Only one box contains gems. Only one box is true. Only one box is true is... Well, that can't be true. Because that would mean this box is true. Which would mean the other boxes aren't true. What? If the gems are in the white box, that means that box is true. If only one box can contain gems, then only that box is true? So only one box does contain gems. So the gems aren't in the white box. And this box is full. I don't know. Yay, I did it! I wasn't sure about that one. We're gonna do... I think we want more doors rather than keys right now. We're pretty early. Alright, go to the Nook. Get some keys. Because at least I can have a side door. The pool showing up that early might be good, because that'll unlock the locker room, the pump room, and the sauna. And we kind of... What do we want the pump room for? I don't know if we need the pump room. That might be not useful right now, to be honest. I think that's stuff you want to do later. Because later you can get rid of water in different places and go other places, but we can't access any of that right now. So it doesn't matter. And this is all dead ends. So we'll get this. Okay. Money, key, gems. Alright, let's go back. I think I'm gonna start trying to branch out. Need doors. Always doors. I don't think this room really gives many items right now. Observatory, bedroom, I think we're save our gems. The gems give you special, like when I pick rooms, it lets me spend gems sometimes to get good rooms. All those rooms were free, but sometimes it has a little counter of gems on it, and that means you have to spend gems to get the room. Like that. I have to spend 1 gem to get that room. And I think I'm going to do that. In this room, I get to redraw floor plans, so I'm gonna do it. Security? Yeah, we'll get that. Because that will let me turn off the thingy. Feel like security is always a safe bet. I really just wish that when you summoned security, the settings were just always set to what you did them to last. Like, that would be so much easier than having to manually do it every time. There we go. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Now might be a good time for observatory. Also, we need to check the clock. We said at 1 o'clock it was going to open. That is 9 o'clock. We got time! Don't let me end the day without checking that safe. I've done that before. Just totally forgotten I was doing it. Got a diamond. I think spending a gem to avoid the dark room is a good idea. Dark room just sucks so bad. Alright. Office is good. And I know the code for office. I remember this puzzle. Let's solve a puzzle. This is my great-uncle's office, presumably? Upgrade disc. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east are operational. So that's a hint to how to open the later room. Push that. You get a secret safe. Da, 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 da. Now this is a clue. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings, but knowing Herbert, either would be suitable. So this is a clue. Like I said, later on you find out that 8 safes in the house are opened by 8 dates. And so March is a month. March of the Count, you also learn later that the names of these guys, the little figures in a hallway, the guy on top of this safe is the Count. Count William Epson. Oh, wow, he looks like he's glaring down at me. If you count the number of little Williams that are in this room, I think there's 1. That's not him. 2. He's the guy that looks like a vampire with the weird hair. And... okay, maybe the big one is number 3. It's March 3rd is the date. March of the Count, 3 Count statues, March 3rd. So this is our next letter. 8. Dear Mr. Sinclair, thank you for promptly answering all our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. While I'm guessing you'd hope never to hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully you will not be as careless with the missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside. I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of those points and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats toward your young nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was only meant in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading. We hope you believe us when we tell you this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there's nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of the funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause the letters pertain to. And you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in your thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous, X. So earlier we found a note in the mailroom that said Denny Ravain, an employee, had been fired. And in the bottom it said something to the effect of, was he the guy, did they ever prove he was the guy stealing the Baron's mail? And here there's mentioned the fact that some incriminating letters had gotten into the hands of blackmailers. We're putting together some pieces. Somebody got something and blackmailed the Baron with it. So the Baron has some secrets that we're trying to find. Alright, what are we upgrading? Okay. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 8 steps. Whenever you draft a green room, get more gems. I think increasing its general benefit is better. I think... maybe gems. Maybe making it a gem benefit is better. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome. I feel like gems is better. We always want gems. We always want gems. Whenever you draft another green room. So it turns it into a green room. I'm doing that. I want that. Green rooms are good. Ah, this picture. This is something that disappears in the house later. Move over here. Wait a minute. Okay, that's Mom in front of the house with a notebook, and in front of that, I think the picture on the desk might change. Because there's also a picture of a woman sitting at the desk, an older woman. Oh my god, how much is happening in this game? Who is in the house with us? There's also my grandparents. That's Simon, that's Clara. So Mom's picture's on the desk at first, and later it becomes somebody else. Who the fuck is in the house? Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, well. Gotta use that, I guess. Easier than turning around. Yeah, the artwork is very pretty. I don't know that I have a coupon. Nope. Rumpus room. We have no gems. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 steps. But we still have more than 30, and I think maybe items would be more useful. We'll turn around and go the other way. But we got the office, so that's really good. We made a benefit, a bonus, whatever. Gotten an upgrade, found a letter. We're not doing half bad for, like, week 1. Let's see. Yeah, we go this way. Banana. Money. Alright. I still don't know that we want the pool. It has 2 doors, though. Yeah, let's just do it. Gives us 2 doors and car keys, which I don't have the car this time. Game doesn't seem to hate you as much. Yeah, but I think part of that is I do know a lot more about the game now. I have put at least like 800 hours in this, not 800, 80 hours, Jesus. This is not really a horror game, but it has vibes. It has interesting mystery vibes. There's stuff going on. It's definitely, I don't know. I wouldn't call it horror, definitely, but I would call it mysterious. Alright, so Lord Evanson was mentioned in that letter earlier. He was here in November of 87. And Babbage first borrowed this. And then Lowry, who's from the letter in the parlor, was here in April of 92. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Third largest city in Fen Aries, site of its former capital. Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. I'm not gonna read everything. Basically, there's botanical gardens, there's a lot of flowers, and of course the symbol of this area is the holly plant, Mount Holly, unique to the mountains, which is where our big house is like on the edge of this town. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important. Former home of Lord William Epsom, which is our great-grandfather on mom's side, grandmom's, was recently a private residence, keeping a family home for them until the Fern era. After the death of Lord Epsom, his oldest son, Lionel, left the estate never to return. The daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. That's Clara Epsom, our grandma. At that point, it ceased to be a family residence, became a museum, and a historic landmark. Believed by many, Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Aries when Reddington was still the capital, but documents have conflicting dates. So this is the second highest mountain. It's the castle of another noble family. People thought maybe it was the capital city before this nation was conquered and changed from Orinda Aries to Fen Aries. Mount Holly's totally the one that's actually, you know, it's built on the ruins, I bet. I think that's the whole secret. We're finding a secret path to the underground to find the ruins of the original castle. Trinsdale Lake, that mentions the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is the place where our mom went missing. Mount Holly, which is where our castle is, or it's not, it's a mansion, but I think the castle's underneath. It was also home to a schoolhouse until 66. Let me put that down. The Mainway Station Bazaar, which is located underground. I have not even gotten to that yet. I think that's what I'm on in my other run. And this is a map of the area, which becomes really important later, I think. Because you do actually get to explore a little outside the mansion house. But we are nowhere near that. We'll get there. Zap me, I don't want that. I don't have no gems. We're gonna redraw. Well, I forgot this was not actually earned forward, dang it. I think I could just do the freezer. Sure. I can't get anything in here yet until I find a way to set fires. Yeah, I think that's it, because I don't have a way to open that door. That's alright. I think we're gonna call it a day for the stream as well as the game. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna play this on and off because it is a much slower, kind of chiller game. We'll be back with Silent Hill 2, if not tomorrow, probably the next day. I want to play a big chunk of that before my convention this weekend. You know, get a big stream in before all that busyness. It will be busy for the next 2 weeks because I'm gonna be packing to move. I'm going to go look at houses. Going to my anime convention, so I will still try and stream a little bit here and there, but I'll keep y'all posted. Join the Discord if you want to know more details and stuff. If you bought books, I'm still waiting for them to arrive. I think it was just such a big order that it's taking longer than usual. I was told I would hear back by the end of this month, so still have some time there. Hopefully they're going to arrive soon. I'll keep everybody posted. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you still enjoy the Prince, even though he's a little different. We'll probably... I don't think I'm going to stream or play this by myself. I think I'm going to leave this run for the stream, see how much we can accomplish. So, bye!